This meditation practice is for people experiencing burnout. It can be difficult to find relief when you've reached your limit. And it's important to recognize that meditation is not a cure for stress, but rather a way to cope with it. By reducing the stimulus and sitting quietly, our brains are given the ability to rest and reset. Especially when it comes to burnout, we get into a groove of repetitive thought. The thing burning us out seems to linger and follow us, so it's important to give our minds somewhere new to travel. If you have a one-track mind right now, let's hop off the train and take a walk. When I'm experiencing burnout, one place that I like to go is into nature. If you can't actually be outside for this meditation practice, then I'd like for you to imagine it with me. Our senses have a special gift for memory. We can remember what grass feels like. We can remember what cool morning air smells like. We can remember the sound of waves crashing. It all comes back to us, but only if we let it. And that's the key. We have to really, truly try when it comes to imagination. Our brains are fully capable of it, and there was likely a time in our lives when we were better at it. When we were children, we could imagine freely, almost automatically. And the good thing is, at that time in our lives, we were also experiencing the world through our senses. So our imagination and our senses are intrinsically linked in our minds. Let's use that connection to our advantage. I want you to stretch out your imagination muscles and return to a place in nature that you've been to before. Perhaps it was last week, or maybe it was when you were much younger, but I'd like you to imagine it with me right now. Let's make it a comfortable season. Not too hot, not too cold. Warm enough to sit on the ground in the grass. As you're sitting, I want you to let your hands fall to your sides and feel the blades of grass brush against your fingers. And take a deep breath. Feel free to pluck out a piece of grass and hold it up to your nose. What does it smell like? Shift your focus to what you hear. Do you hear birds chirping? Maybe you notice the buzz of a bug. Now I want you to use your imagination to zoom out. As if you can now see through the camera lens of a drone, I want you to lift off into the sky and check out the rest of your surroundings. Are there trees? What do they look like? Can you fly above them? You might see pine trees or maple trees. It could be the beginning of spring and the leaves will be all green, or you can see the red leaves of autumn. How about the water? Is there water nearby? Can you fly over that? It could be a lake or a pond or a river. Now that you've scoped out your surroundings, I want you to return to where you started and find yourself sitting back in the grass. As you approach yourself, notice how you look from the zoomed out height of a drone. You're removed from the world of man and placed perfectly into nature. You can return here anytime you'd like. All you need is a little time and imagination. One of the hardest parts about burnout is there's no quick fix or easy solution. It's all about time and letting it pass and being kind to yourself while you work on climbing out of the hole. Seek the help of others when you can and be reassured in your strength and in your mind. Because if you can imagine this scenario like we did today, your brain is capable of amazing things. Good luck. Come back anytime.